Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel again. Today I will be continuing my gear and farming guide series for RPG Simulator. Today we will be going over levels 300 to 480. So we will go over the lost cities and pretty much the hideout, and that is basically everything. So at around levels 300 you will still be farming the crystal caves for quite a bit of time. I recommend you farm the crystal caves between levels 300 and 360, and then once you hit 360 you can start going to the lost city of time. So what is the lost city of time? That will be your next mobbing area. So in this area you see Allegiance Rogue Agents and Allegiance Assassins. These are two of the basic mobs. So both of these agent type people are really just there for potion drops and maybe some light XP, and that's really it. The first mini boss that you can encounter will be the Distant Pond Creature. He spawns in a kind of hidden area, I would say, which is behind the spawn point. I will show you on video how to go to him. But he drops mega critical potions at 4.5%, critical potions at 10%, mega defense potion at 5%, and finally he drops an accessory known as the Poisonous Creature Striking Head, and this is a 2% drop rate. So what is this accessory, you might be wondering? Well, it is a level 475 accessory with 650 attack, 120 crit, 20 speed, 0 defense, and 500 HP. So what's useful about this accessory is it has a tremendous increase of speed. So if you're going for pure speed runs, this is a must-have, and overall it has great stats. So what else is in this area, you may be wondering? Well, there is also the Ancient Gladiator. I will show you on the video right now how to go to him. But the Ancient Gladiator drops defense potions at 12% drop chance and a very low percent of 0.2% drop chance on the mega defense potions. And he also is one of the very few bosses in this game to drop rune crystal bags, and he has a 0.2% drop rate on rune crystal bags. Between him and the Distant Pond Creature, the Distant Pond Creature is much more valuable to farm, so I recommend you generally do not farm the Ancient Gladiator, for he does not drop anything of use. Next is Shade's Shadow. So Shade's Shadow is the final mini boss in this area. He drops speed potions at 5%, mega speed potions at 0.2%, and the Umberbolt Scimitar at 4.5%. The Umbra Scimitar is a level 360 weapon, and it has 3,150 damage, so it is pretty much your weapon upgrade after the Crystal Caves raid weapon, which is, I think, is 1780 damage roughly. So this is a clear upgrade. It's about twice as good as your best weapon previous, and its drop rate is pretty low. So you're going to want to farm Shade pretty much no matter what. Shade Shadow is a very good boss to farm because you absolutely need to get the Umberbolt Scimitar. It's just you need to get that weapon since it's such a obvious upgrade past the previous Crystal Caves raid sword. At level 425 you unlock the Rogue Hideout. So what is the Rogue Hideout, you may ask? It is the next raid, and it is a shorter raid. It's not quite as long as the Crystal Caves, but it's definitely more difficult. So the first boss fight will be against Kralos, or Kralos, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but Kralos drops mega defense potions at 12%, health potions at 25%, mega health potions at 15%, and he also drops Kralos' Ring of Defenders at 3%. So what is Kralos' Rings of Defenders, you may be asking? It is the defense accessory from this raid. It has 560 attack, 50 defense, 1,575 health, and it requires level 450 to use, and it drops at 3% from Kralos, so it is a very good defensive accessory and the best defensive accessory at level 450. Do you really need this drop? No, because the other accessory from this raid, the Dusk Flame, is much better, and so is the accessory that drops from the Swamp Monster in the Lost City. So honestly, the Ring of the Defender is pretty much only useful if you're trying to solo the raid. and or if you just are really needing defense. Next we have Xatrox, and Xatrox drops the Dusk Flame at a 1.2% drop rate. So the Dusk Flame, like I mentioned earlier, is the offensive accessory from this raid. Requires level 475 to use. It has 1575 attack, 85 crit, 650 HP, and has a 1.2% drop rate. This is a must-have. It is a fantastic offensive accessory. It is the best accessory at level 475 that you can use, honestly. So I highly recommend you go after this thing. Its only drawback is it does not give a single speed bonus, so you may feel a little bit slow when using this. However, it more than makes up for it with its other offensive stats. So Shade is a relatively easy boss, except for one of his attacks pretty much does a very stupid high amount of damage, and it can pretty much instantly kill you. It can almost instantly kill me, and I'm max level with relatively high stats. So what does Shade drop, you may be wondering? Shade drops speed potions at 9% chance, rune crystal bags at 5.5% chance, and a mega speed potion at 1.9%, and then that is it for like the consumable type item drop. So his first main weapon drop is the Hex Daggers. The Hex Daggers is level 425 and has 5,569 damage and is a 1% drop rate. So it is a very, very rare weapon. It is probably one of the rarest non-godly tier weapons in the entire game, but it is also needed. You absolutely have to get either Hex Daggers and or the Shurikens of Time to continue past this raid. Otherwise, your damage will just be way too low. So the Hex Daggers will be a challenge to get, but if you get them, you are set, you are good, and you'll have a fatty damage increase from the Scimitar I mentioned earlier. So what is the Shurikens of Time, you may be wondering? Well, it is a level 450 weapon and has 9,999 damage with a 0.5% drop rate from Shade. So as you can see, it is an exceptionally difficult weapon to get. It is honestly a fantastic weapon for vanity and is one of the most sought after tradable items in the game. So if you get a Shurikens of Time, you are sitting pretty good. So Shurikens of Time is definitely the best drop from this raid. And the final drop from Shade is the Ninja Garments, which is the level 425 armor piece. This is pretty difficult to get, so you may struggle getting these through trades and or just simply farming. So I will recommend you farm a lot of hardcore Hideout in order to get these. So that is all the drops, all the gear and everything for Hideout. So let's say you've been doing that for a while. Now you should be approaching about level 480, which you unlock the floating islands, which I will talk about in the next gear and farming guide. Thank you all very much for watching this video. These are always good fun to make, but there's only one more after this one until future game updates, so let me know down in the comments what other things you would want to see me do for RPG Simulator. Thank you very much for watching and have a great rest of your day, and I will see all of you guys later. Peace.